How much you going to make on it?
I made 17,000.
How much did you spend on your total direct mail campaign?
I'm pretty sure it was just below $400.
Oh my God, dude. Now you're making us all look bad.
Okay, so the offer on the postcard was for 116,000. All right, and I got it under for 70,500. I negotiated. I threw out 65,000, and I went for the no. But I'm surprised because I feel like I could have got more, but I didn't want to be greedy. Rick, what's up? I got my first deal.
All right, man. Share some information, man.
All right, so I took the magic course, the mailing mastery course, the greatest course ever created of all time.
How much did you pay for that one?
Just under 3 cents.
Yeah. So guys, just so you know, actually I'll put it up here so like you guys can refer to it. If you want to dive in and figure out like direct mail, and listen, I already tell you, don't start off with it because you need to get proficient at talking to people. But when you get a few deals, set some money aside, you'll be blown away what direct mail. And the people who tell you direct mail doesn't work is because they don't understand it. So I took 20 years and I summarized it in this course that Andrew's taking advantage of because I'm tired of everybody getting the BS about direct mail. Direct mail works wonderfully, but you have to understand how it works. If people will take 2 or 3 hours and just learn it. True story here. I'll share with it. There's a couple people I work with on these lives, like very advanced. And 6 months ago, they didn't even do a deal. They're making so much money in direct mail. Like Rick, you've like changed my projection. They went from doing 5 deals a month to like 8 or 9, and they've mastered it. And so I don't know, man. I try to find a way to like pair up with people like do direct mail, but like I got to be careful how I do it. So I've done a couple tests, and I probably did about 25 deals with people on this live. And all I did was show them how to do direct mail. They're like, I go, listen, if you just do it, and 9 times out of 10, they just need the confidence to go, okay, I'm going to invest in myself and I'm going to get a return to it. Because Andrew, was it scary when you wrote the first check to pay for it?
Oh, it was. It's
horrifying. And I went through that cycle for the first 3 years of my career. And now I'm to the point where I am like throwing a temper tantrum when we don't do direct mail. Because if I spend, guys, I don't need you to compare mine. If I spend $5,000 on direct mail, I get about an 8 to 9 times return minimum every month. And I've done it for 20 years. It took me 3 years to build that muscle up. But I'm here to tell you, you can do it in smaller increments. I still recommend doing the government list, but like every now and take some profit and take a little bit of risk, because once you get better at talking to people, direct mail is absolutely amazing. Direct mail, in my opinion, is a bit of a nightmare if you've never done a deal and you don't know what you're doing. And that's why me and Zach don't recommend it off the bat. So tell me more about it. How did it go down, and what was the situation?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, technically, the course didn't cost anything, but it paid me $17,000. I'm not sure if you could see that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, for my
guys, listen, right? I just looked online. I was looking this morning because I look at everyone's. I got pitched 4 direct mail courses. And I'm just like, and by the day, they're between $5,000 and $9,000. And I'm just telling you, I'll go against anybody direct mail in this country. I have done more direct mail than most people. And the thing is, like, I've never stopped doing it. And not only do I do my local market, I do virtual markets. I'm very good. And honestly, the information I share on direct mail, like, I don't like go out and sell courses on it, because if people knew how good I was with it, it'd be like, and by the way, I've been offered a lot of money for it. I just gave it away for free. So I was told to sell that course. You ready for this, Andrew? Told me to take a $10,000 membership fee. I go, that's ridiculous. So my goal is, like, somewhere down the road, if you guys, once you get the confident muscle and you can earn $100,000, I would love to pair up with you guys. Like, I could show you amazing things in direct mail, and I'd create a huge win-win situation. What other person goes out and teaches this business and says, listen, I don't want a dime from you. I just want to share in your profit? Because that's someone who believes in what they do. It's what I do. So go ahead, Andrew. Tell me a little bit more, man.
Absolutely. All right. So first of all, the ROS postcards are like magic. Everything you said is 100% true, because
it's insane.
They had offers, or not offers. They had direct mail before, but none of them had an offer on it. So everything you said was true. I had the offer on it, and my offer was actually $45,000 above what I got under contract.
Yeah. Okay. So I came up with this. It's ROS postcards, a rapid offer system, and I did it because for the longest time I cheated. I used the Google image. You guys ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
And the problem is everybody started doing it. So I came up with a postcard. I said, what are the 2 biggest questions people have when they call us? What's your offer? And like, get me off your list. So I go, well, hell, let's just give them what they want. And I was told by every guru, you can't put the offer on the postcard. Like, you're at a huge disadvantage. I go, no. The reason, Andrew, why do people call you when you have the offer on the postcard, no matter what the offer is? Why?
Because you're the only one that has the offer on it. Nobody else has that.
So they're either happy or they're pissed off. Either way, I don't care. And they'll like challenge you. People, when you put a value on someone's house, it invokes so much curiosity how you came up with that number. And not only do we come up, you think we come up a flat $100,000, I round it and put pennies on the end of it, and it drives them nuts. So they're like, why does there 17 cents on the end of it? And they think I took the time to sit there and spend 4 hours calculating. Guys, I don't spend an ounce of my energy calculating it. And by the way, someone says, well, what if the house is worth $200,000, you send a $280,000 offer? I'm like, just qualify him. Who gives a crap? Like, I stopped trying to make the perfect offer, and I just send it out, and it works like magic. And I don't here's the thing is, I don't let gurus do my card because they'll destroy it. They don't understand how it works. And if you just take like an hour and study how it works, and guys, I don't get paid a dime off of it. I did printing in my own house once. I thought my wife was going to have a heart attack. We destroyed an entire room. Presses would run all night. It's much cheaper to use a third-party service. So keep going. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Okay, so the offer on the postcard was for $116,000. All right, and I got it under for $70,500. I negotiated. I threw out $65,000, and I went for the no. But I'm surprised because I feel like I could have got more, but I didn't want to be greedy. Yeah, I could have got more.
Oh, listen, you learn, and as you guys go forward, there's no worse feeling when you make someone an offer, especially when you're new, and you think you're lowballing them, and they go yes, and you just sit there because you can't drop the price because you just made them happy, and for you like to do that. So I always taught my son, because the first few appointments I take him on, I got 2 yeses. I go, you're not supposed to get a yes right off the bat. I was rusty, guys. I'll tell you right off the bat, I love going out in the field, but if I go up against one of my acquisition manager, I'll get crushed because they're doing it every day. It's like weightlifting. After a while, you say stupid things and you screw deals up. So anyways, so you got it under contract, and what was the next step?
I got it under contract, and then I had a problem. I couldn't find a buyer. All right, I didn't have any connections. But I watched. I don't remember which video it was, but it was pretty sure it was Zach talking about calling the Zillow for rent. And
yes.
there was a one for rent right on that street. It was a townhouse though. It wasn't a single family because mine was a single family, so I was a little worried. But I called them up. This was after making tens of hundreds of calls though. So I didn't just make one call and got lucky. But I made this call, and they were interested. They went to see it once. They liked what they saw, and I didn't know what price to assign it for, so I undersold the deal, I think, if I'm being honest.
Well, and so I get that question a lot. So do you guys ever wonder, like, what is the right price to sell? So the problem is going for a no on your cash buyer is not a good strategy, just so you know. Like it's so here's what to do is you got to do a bit of a guesstimate and go, okay, this is the minimum profit I need. And sometimes the market will tell you if you're right or you're wrong. And sometimes we screw up. It's okay. As long as you're making a profit, you never screwed up. You don't look back. Please don't be one of those people that thinks you can keep squeezing people for another few $1,000s, because it becomes a freaking nightmare. So as you get more advanced, Andrew, when you figure out pricing is you try to get multiple buyers, and I always tell them, put in your offer. They always ask me what number is going to get it done. And I want to give it to them so bad. If I have a property I know I'm struggling with it, I will give it to them. If I have a property I think is going to be a no-brainer, I don't give it to them because sometimes they'll tell you a much bigger number than you ever anticipated. So once again, but you can't go for a no with the cash buyers. It is problematic.
Yeah.
So the best scenario is you get 2 people, very similar numbers, and go, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. It's between you and another person. You gave a fair offer. Here's what I'm going to do. I need your best and final price, and that's it. And I'm just going to give you a yes or a no. I know it feels awkward, but it works. And you don't play games. You don't go, okay, he offered 1,000 more. You're going to go 1,500. And whoever takes that bold action is going to be your buyer, because the one that's dime you in, they're a freaking nightmare.
Yeah.
So that's what I do, guys, to try to bid it up. But every now and then, I got to tell you, my first 3 years, I think I made some of the happiest people. I had a guy in Fort Lauderdale. I bought a house on Los Olas. I got it through a realtor lead. I charged him $10,000. I thought I was killing him. You ready for this? I'm happy with the 10 grand because I wasn't confident myself when I did it. And it was one of my first 5 deals. He put some money into it, but he made $400,000 9 months later. And I thought I was hitting him over the head. I was kind of embarrassed. I'm just like, and I look back. And so I never regret once I sell a property. I want people to make money. And if you go, I can't believe he or she made $50,000 on top of me, you are not doing wholesaling right. They should always make money on top of you. And I always tell them when they buy it, that's it. So I've had a guy buy over 40 properties from me. 39 of them worked out phenomenally. One of them, like, he broke even, and he bitched for like months on end. I go, listen, 39 out of 40? Are you kidding me? Like, you gotten greedy. You should take everything. You should have 10 losses in there. And I don't care. Like, you guys can never look at what people sold it from you, and just because wholesaling is about what situation you're in. So if I'm behind on my rent, my lights are going to be shut off, and there's no food in the fridge, dude, I'm taking whatever someone puts across my plate. And you've got to understand it. Now, if I'm very set up and stuff, I can take time and go much deeper and swing the bat a little bit harder. But that's why I love real estate. Who is the famous Wolf of Wall Street? Leonardo DiCaprio. You behind on your rent? Pick up the phone. You know, your girlfriend left you? Pick up the phone. It's true, guys. And I'm just telling you, I've been like, what you want to make off of it is going to depend on your current situation. And as you do more and more deals, you'll get so much better. So I started out making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Then I had a $4,000 check. Then I jumped to 10,000. Now I probably would have made 35 to 40 grand if I knew what I was doing, but like, it's okay. You just learn as you go, and you get better, and you start to figure things out. It's never perfect in wholesaling. And you guys, sometimes you guys do it backwards. Like, you overpay for a property and you just got to do that 1 or 2 times, and you'll start to go, wow, what he teaches in free wholesaling, like, he's really giving me 20 years in a time capsule. So I love doing it. So what was your profit level on that deal?
Profit level? What do you mean profit level?
How much you going to make on it?
I made 17,000.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I apologize.
Silly Rick. But
so now you're in a luxurious position where you go, okay, listen, how much did you spend on your total direct mail campaign?
I'm pretty sure it was just below $400.
Oh my God, dude. Now you're making us all look bad. So that's amazing. I've always told you, I'll be brutally honest with everybody on here. Direct mail usually requires $1,000 or more to really get, like, if you do tiny little batches, it's a hard representation of that market. And so it's, so the really cool thing is with the ROS postcard is I have an entire segment at mailingmastery.com. It'll teach you the psychology. It's free. If you want to learn it and just understand direct mail, 20 years, guys, it's a $10,000 course with anybody else. And then number 2, we hook you up with my direct mail printer. He's absolutely amazing. He's an investor himself. He understands. He's on the East Coast. Guys, I've used everybody in the industry. I mean, everybody. This guy will jump through any hoop you need. So have you ever worked with Open Letter?
No, I just the people with ROS. I've never got their cards off the site.
Yeah. They're if you have a question, or like you even now, I've always told people, try not to make major changes on the postcard, because now I spent over $60,000 testing that card out over 2 years. So like, the data's already done for you. The only thing you got to do is play with the price. So we're actually in talks right now. I told them we wanted to make some changes with the market and make the offer meter a little bit easier and make it more transparent for you guys. And I spent it. So like, now he's got to calculate his $400 in the 17 grand. Somebody give me a return on investment. But like, how easy is it when they call you, though? It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's all,
and so people underestimate like the value, because as a single worker, like not a single worker, but as a solopreneur, my first 7 years, like direct mail was like having 4 or 5 employees for me, because leads would come in, I could answer the phone. And guys, don't get me wrong, driving for dollars is amazing. Calling on lists, that's amazing too. But like, if you could set some profit aside and did what Andrew did, I'm not gonna tell you can do it every time with $400, but usually $1,000 consistently. And here's the key with direct mail. You got to give it 3 months. If you don't give it 3 months, you did not give it a fair enough time. It is a slow process and it works over. I have a gentleman I helped out on here. First month started out slow. Second month, got a few contracts. Third started closing. By the 4th and 5th month, he's like, my God, so they're working on 7 total deals from one tiny campaign. I go, imagine if you do that every month.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. And so guys, most of you are trying to get your first deal. I think it's like amazing if you have the patience to take it and set it aside. I love direct mail. So any other tips you can share with it?
Don't think that all the phone calls you get are going to be happy people. All right.
Oh, yeah, but it's
pretty bad.
So here's the secret with direct mail. If they call you, it's a win. Even when they chew you out, you should be happy because somehow you invoke them to call you.
Yeah.
Most people, when it comes to direct mail, they want to tell you everything they do on the postcard. And I'm just telling you, the more you put on the postcard, the worse your results are going to be, because there's no curiosity. So if you put the price on there and you make it very curious, like they have to call and see what the heck's going on. And when they call, if you have the right lists, You find problematic properties, people that want to sell, then all you have to do is qualify them and walk through it. So the question is, are you going to continue doing it?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So it's like he's doing it small, it's fine, but like he's learning. And that's the best way to do it is learn what works. And you start to go, okay, I spend $400 or $500. I can make, I know I can at least tenfold my money. When you get really good at direct mail, you should get at least a 4 to 5 times return once you have some experience. And then when you get very advanced, you can typically almost double those numbers. But think about this. If you spent $3,000 to make $12,000, you would do it in a heartbeat. You guys, do you know what people spend on Facebook ads? You would die. I know I'm talking about out as a real estate. I have a friend that has a business. He spends $200,000 a month on ads. You know how many he makes? He makes 35 grand. So if he gets a bad day or week, he's done. He's toast. And I'm here to tell you, a lot of you think like, oh, I spend 3,000 if I don't make it back. The problem is you have to budget for 3 months. So if you're going to do 3,000 a month, you have to really set aside 9 or 10,000 to get it going. Most people do not have the discipline or the patience to do that. And if you can start growing that, Andrew, and understanding, and by the way, here's the key. I've had months where I've spent over $10,000. I rarely spend more than 10 grand on direct mail because I just know how to do it. I've had months where I didn't even get a lead.
Yeah.
It's the truth. No one will tell you that. But in 3 months, I win every time. So the worst thing you can do is try direct mail once and quit because you are going to Vegas when you do that. And that's how most people do direct mail. So any other questions, Andrew? I mean, I love this, dude. Like dude, you took massive action and you actually got it. And anybody tells you, hey, you get what you pay for with it, like screw them, man. The fact that I play the long game and I want to help everybody out makes me different and unique. And I get vilified for it. I don't care, man. Like if I wanted to, I could probably get 2 or 3 grand from Andrew, teach him how to do stuff, and he'd still get results. But here's the difference. If Andrew does the work, he's going to get the results no matter what. He just needs some basic information that's trustworthy. So those of you guys think you got to pay a $5,000, $10,000 fee because you were told you got to have skin in the game. The reality is if I had 500 people watching this, probably about 40 or 50 people are going to run with it. And Andrew's one of them. You guys have to make that decision. I'm not going to sit here and steal everyone's money that doesn't take action. I think it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It's like, do you know any other industry's got a 95% failure ratio? Like I don't. I think we're the worst of the worst. And it makes me sick in this business. So any other questions, Andrew? Anything else I can help you out with?
No, just thank you so much for that course. I just followed it exactly how you said it. Level 3, I think I put, and just success.
That's awesome, man. So, dude, well, keep going. And then remember, the only thing I tell you all in this course, you guys got to commit the 3 months to direct mail. If you try to do it in a 2 to 4 week period, it sucks. And that's what people don't understand. So if you want to spend 1,000, you need to set 3,000 aside. And I would wait till you get the 3,000 so you can be disciplined and follow through with it. And then here's the last one. A lot of people think that well, if I spent 4,000 this month on direct mail and I got a deal, if I double that, I'll double the deals. It doesn't work that way. I don't know why, it just doesn't work that way. And so many people try to go big baller on direct mail, and you can outspend your leads, meaning you get more leads than you can handle. And then if you can't get back to them on a timely basis, you just wasted your time and money. So I love what you do. And by the way, what you do with that, do you do it in your local market or virtually?
Local.
Yeah. So